What's up, OG, triple OG?
It's your man, y'all already know what it is. We got some Corey going on, so without further ado, let's get to the video.
Palladium. One day I did a show at the Palladium.
Tore it up, yep.
And the brother Gary Owens was on the show. And what happened was Gary went behind my back, talked to the people running the show, and snuck a comedian friend on the show. And it was my show.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I didn't like that. But I'm not holding a grudge. It's over. I've done so many big time shows. I don't trip on that. I just know you got to watch who you got around, because Gary is a Caucasian male.
I don't fuck with you.
That's the only reason he was able to do that. Like, it's unheard of, really.
Yeah.
But because he's a Caucasian male and he was talking to the Caucasian people that run the show, they didn't think nothing of it. They thought it was okay.
Oh, wow.
They thought it was okay when he did that.
Yeah.
And this the comic who tried to fuck his wife and all that shit and sold him out.
Damn!
Well, not fuck his wife, fuck one of the girls he was fucking with or whatever. I'm saying this is what happened to Gary.
Yeah.
But look, I'm bringing up this man's name, and I'm trying to tread lightly on this, because I do not dislike Gary Owens. I don't. And I don't even dislike his ex-wife. I know her too. But there's a story that must be told. It's just like, do you remember when I brought up something and we found out, but I found out before, I found out after it was DOC's daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
I hate putting people on the spot I know, because I don't want nobody to take it personally.
Right.
But I have to bring up this story because I've watched it.
Yeah.
If you know anything about Gary Owens, he had an estranged relationship with his children.
Right.
Now, we comics, we do what we do. When I say we do what we do, one of the things we do, I'm not saying every comic, but I'm saying we fuck on the road. So to maintain a happy marriage is very difficult. As an entertainer, to maintain a happy marriage is twice as hard as people who go to work and come home every day.
Yep, it's not your average, that's for sure.
I gotta say this. This is why if a woman isn't trained, society is in trouble.
You're goddamn right.
Gary Owens and his children went through a period where they were not close. And it is my opinion, this was orchestrated. The separation of him and his kids was orchestrated by a bitter, untrained woman.
You raggedy bitch.
Now, I know motherfuckers gonna be mad at me, but I have to use this as an example, because I actually saw when Gary Owens was on Club Shay Shay, and Shay Shay brought it up about him and his estranged relationship with his kids.
Right.
I know it hurt him, because no matter what I say about Gary Owens and things that I've seen him do, I know this man don't want no estranged relationship with his kids. You could see in his eye, he loves his kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spoke about it on that show.
One thing, one of the greatest people who ever talked, his name is Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan said, you don't really have to explain shit. Well, he don't talk like that.
Yeah,
He said, you don't have to explain nothing. Take a cup of dirty water, put it right there. Then show a cup of clean water. You ain't got to say nothing. People gonna figure it out. Well, look at that dirty shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink this clean water. Check this out, homie. I saw pictures of Gary Owens on the internet with his son. In fact, his son said something good about his father. He's found a way, I think, from what I see, to build the relationship back up with his kids, definitely his son. Because him and his son was doing some type of workout or yoga or something.
Well,
and his
that's
son
good.
was very happy to be with his dad. I ain't got the pictures up because I gave it to him too late. But it's pictures of this.
Right.
Right here. Look at that. That's Gary with his son. Like it's supposed to be. Happiness with your seed.
Right.
Why was he ever separated from his kids? Why was Gary Owens ever separated from his kids? Why am I separated from my daughter?
Right. Well,
An untrained, bitter woman will show you who she is, and you will act like, oh, that's okay, it ain't nothing. Because Gary right here, you want me to tell you why Gary, I ain't never heard him speak really bad on that lady like that.
Right.
I ain't never heard him shit on her. Because I watch it.
right.
Chad's frozen.
He ain't tripping because this ain't his last lick, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I done
for sure.
told bitches, this ain't my last lick, this your last lick, bitch. You's trying to cut me off, bitch. After me, what is there? There's nothing. But that ain't even the main point. The main point is when an untrained woman separates from the man, they burn up the relationship with his children.
He ain't lying.
And that is a crime. In fact, you see him and his son together?
Right.
Hey, do you got a picture of the woman? That's Gary and his son together.
Oh, I'm excited for him.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
The bond between father and son, father and daughter, should never be ripped apart because of venom. And if you have an untrained woman, she's gonna rip you apart from your children. Now, show a picture of the woman on the internet now.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Do you need to know more?
No,
Wait, that's
no.
his ex-wife? That's their mom?
She wildin'.
Do you need to know more? Does that explain what happened to Gary and his kids?
Right.
And I know she's gonna be mad at me, and I don't mean no disrespect. I hope it's a learning moment for her.
You gonna learn today.
She's on the internet doing this now.
Right. She's trying to embarrass him. And also, isolation is a form of gaslighting. When women isolate the kids when the relationship don't go a certain way, because that's how they can influence them. They can infuse insecurities and doubt about the father. It's through isolation. That's a tactic that all abusive people use when they want to try to retain control of something that they can't physically own. They try to isolate it away from others to possess it so it becomes what they want it to be. That's definitely foul business.
See, I know her.
Yeah.
Not know her like the
I don't know her.
homie,
I don't know.
but I know her. We speak, we've spoken. She used to work at the Comedy Store. When you are 50 and you on the internet like this, that's a form of insanity.
That crazy bitch out there again.
Now, I know people will say, well, I do this because of this. I'm hustling like this. Okay. But I know why those children didn't like their daddy now. Because that picture is up on the internet.
Well, here's the thing, though, too.
You can take it off now. Because it's been seen. I know why the kids fell out with their daddy.
Fell out is
because
that.
that's the mama.
All day.
Fell out, I like, because when you said didn't like, I don't think that's the case either half time. I think
Did
the
you
kids...
read the caption on that picture?
No, it was there a caption?
Put
I
the
don't-
picture back up and read the notes. Gary Owens' son made a comment under the picture.
You lie.
About look what it say. You have to learn to forgive so you don't live a life of regret. Love you. Dad,
Always
okay,
have.
Dad always had
There
my
you
bad. I
go.
read
That's
it a different
good.
way. I read it a different
No,
way.
but
No,
that's
but
great.
I'm saying that's the
Good.
thing I was talking about
He had to
earlier.
say that,
what
though.
he said
But that's
under
beautiful.
that caption. See, Gary found a way to get back around his son because Gary ain't out here hating or regretting his son. He probably was tore up because this is stories of how Gary tried to come around. He had to sneak around his kids.
And he talks
because he
about
was
it.
going through drama. I'm telling you, we know where the drama come from when I saw that picture. You can't explain that picture to no real man. You can't explain that picture to no real man. If you moving like that at your age, that means you moving like that at your age. It ain't no mistakes. It ain't no, you misunderstand this, that, and the other. If my wife, because I'm divorced, you think I don't care about my wife?
No, I can tell you still love her like a
I care about my wife.
Yeah.
If I saw her on the internet doing that, even though it ain't, I'll be like, you playing yourself. I don't know who you around that will allow that, but you playing yourself. Don't ever give yourself to the game like that. It should never get that bad. Now, like I say, if a woman doing a photo shoot and she like, yo, I do these photo shoots, this for my hustle or whatever, I look at it differently, but you still belong to the game.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, you just got a price. That just, you have a price. You can be bought. You'll never find naked pictures of me online.
Everything for sale on the internet.
You selling naked pictures of yourself?
Who?
I ain't that.
Yeah, me either.
I ain't that. I ain't gonna lie. If I was that nigga, I'd probably be out here f***ing what? But I ain't that. But I'm saying, like, in America, man, we let so much shit slide. You can't overlook shit like that when you choosing a partner. People show you what you need to know 90% of the time. And if you ignore it, you're gonna find out.
All right, let's talk about a bitter, untrained woman, as Corey was saying. And I'm just using this Gary Owens guy as a talking point. I really don't give a shit what he got going on. I feel like me, myself, you should stay with your own race or whatever. As far as dealing with a bitter, untrained woman, I dealt with quite a few untrained, bitter women. I've had children by bitter, untrained women. And I agree with Corey and the crew as far as, they turning the kids against you. Because one of my sons now, the ones that I don't even talk to right now, I blame that on his mother. I've always not been shit, or I ain't did this, or I ain't did that, or I don't care about him, and all that. All this stuff is untrue. She wanted to dictate what type of relationship I had with my son. If it wasn't up to par with her as far as with me and my son, as much time I spent, much money as I spent, and all that, if it wasn't up to her standards or whatever, then, I wasn't shit. And I'm tired of women, doing that to me. Because I know a lot of men just don't be like, F them kids. I could have been like, F my kids or whatever, but, I'm not that type of man. I didn't have a father in my life or whatnot, and it still affect me to this day that I don't have a father. And I don't need no goddamn counseling or anything like that. The only thing I can do is to break the cycle as far as me being in my children's life. And I'm always in my children's life because I know how I feel to not have a father there. It's always best to have both parents in the household. It brings balance. If you ain't got balance, then your kid's gonna be unbalanced. My other baby mother, or the woman that I had a child with, my child, he's deceased right now. She just lied all together and was like, having this other dude thinking that my son was his. And then once everything got out in the open, she wanted to stay with this lie all the way till he was put in the ground. And I wanted my son to, have some type of ill feelings against his mother because of what she did, how she lied and manipulated and just, destroyed my son's life. I'm putting it on her. I feel like she destroyed his life. And he's in the predicament, that he's in now, and he's not here with us. And the reason I say that because if we would have had more communication with each other, then he would have knew not to deal with this guy that he dealt with. And she would have knew, okay, I remember this guy, or I know this guy, and we could have had some kind of communication together, and my son probably would still be here. But no, this is the type of woman where she feel like I know everything, or I'm doing what I'm doing. But no, you don't know what you're doing. And it goes back to being trained. She wasn't trained right. She didn't have no guidance. She was from this man to this man to that man to this man, and it screwed her up. A lot of our women come from a one single parent home, and usually it's the mother. And where does she get her guidance? 9 times out of 10, she ain't got no training, and she ain't got no guidance. So what you think the child's gonna be like? They're gonna be all screwed up. Corey said, you know, he still care about his wife or whatever. Me, myself, man, I don't give a shit about my ex-wife. I wouldn't want to see nothing happen to her, whatever, bad, but I don't give a shit about her, you know. She wasn't no good for me, you know, so why should I give any shits about her or whatever? I just had to put that out there because he mentioned that he still cared for his ex-wife or his wife or whatever. I think he's still married to her. I don't know. I don't know for sure if he's still married to her. But we let a lot of shit slide, and we got to stop overlooking these type of situations because just like in my case, as far as, you know, they son being deceased and not being here. I mean, my story it was a very tragic story, and I can't do nothing but look back on it because my son out here. You know, I can't talk to him or whatever. We let a lot of shit slide, and, you know, we got to break the cycle. Just like I said in the beginning, I'm just using Gary Owens as a talking point. I don't care about what he got going on or whatever. Y'all tell me what y'all think about a bitter, untrained woman taking your kids away from you or turning your kids against you. It's your man.
What's up,
Y'all
OG?
already know what it
OG?
is. To the
OG,
next video,
triple.
Ghetto Talk,
OG.
up out of here. Peace.